What's up, guys? It's Andy Drifter here. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I hope your day is going well. I added some new pieces to my collection, so I'm going to share them with you now. First up is an in-person auto of wide receiver Gabriel Davis of the Buffalo Bills. I just got this past weekend. I was not able to upload footage of the actual signing as my battery ran out just before he appeared. Completely my fault. Davis, I believe, was a fourth-round draft pick in 2020. In his rookie season, he caught for 599 yards. Last year, he caught for 549. He had that amazing playoff game in the divisional round versus the Chiefs. He caught for 4 touchdowns, which is an NFL record. Unfortunately, the Bills did lose that game in overtime. This year, he has caught for 418 yards, so he's got a very good shot and catching for 1,000 yards. You know, with Stephon Diggs being the Bills' #1 wide receiver who often faces double coverage, that opens up opportunities for guys like Gabe Davis, as well as Dawson Knox and others. The Bills, they are the #1 team in the AFC. They are looking tough and fierce. They just added Nyheim Hines to their arsenal. So they're going to be tough to beat. And who knows, maybe we will see a rematch between the Bills and the Chiefs once again in the playoffs. Next up is an autographed 8x10. This too was an in-person auto that I got yesterday of running back Gus Edwards of the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, they are in first place in the AFC North. Their next game is Monday night against the Saints. Edwards, this is his 4th season in the NFL. The first 3 he rushed for over 700 yards each season. A model of consistency. He has had some minor injury issues, but he is back to his original form, and who knows, maybe he will rush for another 700 yards or more this year. The third and final in-person auto that I have for you is a signed movie poster by veteran actor William Fichtner. This is from the movie Heat, which came out in 1995, one of my absolute favorite films of all time. Fichtner, he has an extensive resume, both in film and TV. One of my favorite shows was Prison Break. He also was on The West Wing. As far as films go, he was in The Dark Knight, Black Hawk Down, The Longest Yard. He's mainly been a character actor. I think he's one of those guys that if you see him, it's like, man, I've seen that guy in something, but you wouldn't necessarily know his name right off the bat. But I got a chance to spend a few seconds with him, tell him how much I appreciated his work, especially in this film here. As you can see on the lower left-hand corner, this is authenticated by JSA. I'll tell you a really entertaining film that he was in that many people have not seen. It came out in 1999, and it's called Go. A great all-star cast that includes Fichtner, Katie Holmes, Taye Diggs, Jay Moore, many others, Timothy Oliphant. It's one of those films that has several stories going on at the same time. At first, it seems like they have nothing to do with each other, but as the film goes along, they intertwine. Very entertaining. It's classified as a drama, but it's got elements of comedy and action. If you haven't seen it, go on and check it out if you're looking for some mindless entertainment. Next up is a purchase of the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, former UFC light heavyweight champion. I think he has to be given credit for one of the guys that started making UFC into a mainstream sport. Had one hell of a right hand. You knew it was coming, but more often than not, you couldn't stop it. His career in the UFC was 21-8. He did fight Tito Ortiz in a trilogy match in 2018. Which was actually very sad to watch. Ortiz dominated him in the first round. By the looks of it, Liddell was not all there physically. That was evident as he was walking into the ring. I actually watched that on pay-per-view. The rumor is they tried to get the fight in Vegas, and there was a lot of red tape, and I don't think Liddell had what it took to pass the physical in Vegas. So the venue moved to California. He did pass the physical. He never should have. And it was not a good way to go out. But needless to say, that can't erase what he did. This man is a legend. one of the best light heavyweights of all time. And as you can see on the lower right-hand corner, or on the lower left-hand corner, it is certified by Beckett. So there it is, Chuck the Iceman Liddell. Michael Jordan cards are always in demand, whether they be old or new, raw or graded. You are looking at a 1989 Fleer scoring average leader card. All in all, this card is pretty clean. I suppose the edges could be in better shape. There are issues with the centering. I'll still send this one off to SGC, and let's see what they say about it. Just a side note, I am waiting on a delivery from SGC that contains 11 slabs. Whenever I get that, I will upload a video for you, so be on the lookout for that. Next up is a Tiger Woods rookie card from Upper Deck. By no means is this a rare card. There are plenty of these around. I don't have any Tiger Woods cards, so this is a first for me. Of course, I will send this one off to get slabbed as well. Should it come back as a 10, and I don't think it will, but on the off chance that it does, I suppose it could be worth something. Tiger, the last time we saw him was in April at the Masters. He finished in 47th place. He has not golfed since then. He is battling a litany of health issues. There could be other issues as well, who knows? Regardless of what you think of him, he is one of the greatest of all time, and whenever he does play, the ratings go up and the size of the crowds increase. So hopefully we will see him sooner than later. I've always wanted John Olerud's autograph, and now I have it. This is a 2017 Topps Tier 1 autograph. It is numbered 62 out of 300. Olerud, he spent 17 years in the big leagues. He played with the Blue Jays, the Mets, the Mariners, the Yankees, and Red Sox. He was a two-time All-Star. He had 500 doubles in his career, over 2,200 hits, and over 1,200 RBI. He was the type of guy that would get you at least 15 to 20 home runs a season. He had some pop in his bat. But here's an interesting stat. He is a career .295 hitter, but just 4 out of the 17 years of him being in the big leagues, he batted over 300. And one of those years he did win a batting title with a .363 average. And another year he batted .354. I believe that was with the Mets. So he had 2 seasons where he batted over .350 with 2 different teams. When his time came up for Hall of Fame voting in 2011, he was a one and done. He got 4 votes, which was good for just 1% of the ballot. You need 5% to stay on for another year. I think he was worthy of getting that 5%. I don't know how much stock people put into that. I think it would be a small honor to remain on the ballot for 1 year, but the voters did not think so. But anyway, there is my John Olerud autograph that I got for you. I'll finish off this video with a few comic books. Got 2 editions of Batman the Dark Knight. You may have heard me mention before, I'm not really into the comic book movies. However, I do love the Batman films. This cover really caught my eye. And the last thing that I got for you, famous monsters of Filmland. This was purchased right before Halloween, so I thought it was appropriate at the time. $15, could be a collector's item. So there it is. I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch my video. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.